EA just put out another update for Madden 23. Yes, I'm not joking. They put out an update a little bit ago to help fix some of the issues with the game, and they also spoke on another update that's going to be coming in a couple of weeks. And you know, that's just what happens this time of year. You're going to get 1 to 2 updates every month for the next 6 months, because on top of them trying to tweak things and better balance the game and also add some new content to the game here or there, they're also constantly trying to fix the slew of problems that's been happening with the game a lot over the past few years. Now, right at launch, Madden 23 didn't seem crazy bad right out the gate. Gameplay seemed alright. There were some things going on with franchise mode, but as more and more weeks have passed, more and more bugs have been uncovered, and there's a bunch of areas of this game that just quite frankly is not stable at all right now. And of course, EA said they heard us, they know about the problems, they're aware, they're working on them, but after so many people have spent money on the game and money inside the game, it's just kind of getting old to hear that we're aware of the problems and we're working on them. Why can't we just have a working game, or at least a decently working game from the jump? Franchise mode players have been having a ton of issues since launch, and this happened last year and the year before that, so this is just becoming a yearly thing now, which is not okay. And on top of that, even the cash cow mode Ultimate Team has been having more problems than ever this year, and even those haven't been fixed yet. Even the mode where people fork over money hand over fist is having endless problems. It's just kind of getting crazy. So we're gonna go over what happened today in the small update, also talk about the upcoming update that looks like it's coming in a couple weeks according to EA, and everything you need to know in between. And if you're new to the channel and you don't want to miss out on any of the future updates for Madden 23, because there's gonna be a lot of them, or the updates for the new NCAA college football game and the new NFL 2K game that's gonna be dropping next year, make sure to subscribe and turn the bell icon on so you don't miss any of the updates or news on any of those important videos. So today, EA Sports put out an update, and they made a post on their forums that says, "Hey Madden fans, first, we are aware of several issues that players have reported within franchise mode, and our team is working as quickly as possible to resolve these issues. Today, there are a few improvements available for Madden NFL 23 via an update, and those include stability improvements, and they also addressed a rare player model issue." I don't even know what that means. They could be a little more descriptive here, because I literally don't know what either of those things mean. I know stability improvements usually has to do with the game crashing or kicking you out of the game. So franchise mode right now needs a bunch of stability. Let's just put it that way. And face of the franchise, those modes need all the stability they can get, because it seems like there's virtually none. So any stability improvements are probably better than none, but I don't know just how much this is going to address exactly. But it should be maybe a little better than it was yesterday, but it's still not where it needs to be at all. Because I can run down a long list of issues that both offline and online franchise modes are having, like the regular season randomly going back to preseason, stats for games disappearing, the salary cap not resetting, cutting and signing players not saving, and a bunch of other issues that either break the franchise entirely or kick people out or force it to restart or just force it to lock out and not even be able to advance. It's honestly insane the amount of issues that franchise mode is having. The last 2 years, they've actually made effort to put things back into the mode to make the mode better, but none of it's usable, so it doesn't even matter. And people are usually having to wait a few months into the game's life for the mode to be playable, which is just not okay. People are buying the game in August and have to wait till October or November for the mode to be working properly. Just doesn't make any sense at all. Then on top of that, Ultimate Team is currently experiencing a strike right now, which I did a video on that a few days ago. I'll link it below in the pinned comment if you want to hear more about that. It started with Ultimate Team, but it kind of spread a little bit throughout the community as a whole, because franchise mode players are kind of striking the game right now by just simply not playing, but mostly because they just can't, because the mode's not working properly. But Ultimate Team players are refusing to spend money on the mode because there's just a slew of issues with the mode, and they want them addressed before they start giving their money back to EA, which is honestly a good thing. EA does not deserve anybody's money with the state this game is in right now. Yes, gameplay is better than it's been in many years, and that is a good thing, even though gameplay itself does still have problems like offensive line logic, man coverage being a little overpowered, and some other issues like AP balancing inside of Ultimate Team. But the rest of the stuff game mode wise is just completely broken and makes the game unplayable for a lot of people. Now, EA also said, what's next? Continuing with our commitment to live service, our next title update focuses on player feedback from the launch window of Madden 23. This update is currently targeted for mid-October, and the full updates will be detailed via gridiron notes. Please keep sharing feedback with us as we are constantly monitoring and elevating your feedback to the appropriate teams. So basically, we have to wait till mid-October just to see what else is fixed, and this doesn't guarantee what will be fixed. Will all of the franchise mode issues be fixed by mid-October? My guess is probably not. Will some of them be fixed? Probably so, but we don't even know if by mid-October if the game is going to be truly playable for everybody who purchased it. And so we're just kind of sitting around waiting for another 2 weeks to hopefully have the update come through and fix most of the core problems that the game is having this year within its modes so that people can actually play the game that they purchased. And it says here that a lot of this is feedback from the launch window of Madden 23, which means like the first month that the game was out. So yes, franchise mode issues are a part of that, but there's also going to be some gameplay stuff in there as well, like I've been talking about in previous videos. They're probably going to try to make the O-line better than they did in the last update. They did make it a little bit better, but it's still very poor. They're going to probably continue working on that. They're probably going to tweak man defense. They might tweak aggressive catches because there is an aggressive catch glitch that's going around right now that makes them pretty much 100% winnable if you do them a certain way. And of course, just other little small balancing issues that the game needs throughout the year to keep the game in a good state, because no matter what you do to the game, people are going to find ways to break it. People are going to always find things that are more effective than others. So balancing is always going to be necessary, and that's okay. But when you look at things like the O-line being broken or some things just being way too overpowered, those are things that really should be caught much earlier on, and it just seems like it never is the case with EA. So for my franchise mode people, you might have some fixes today. You've probably got the update downloaded already if you got on the game, so you might see some things working better, but it's really no telling what actually was fixed because the notes that they gave us today were about as vague as they can get, and what's coming in the next update was also left pretty vague. Like I said, we're going to get some stuff fixed in franchise mode, we're going to get some stuff fixed with gameplay, but to what extent, that we don't know until it drops, so we have to wait another 2 weeks, maybe even a little longer than that, just to see what's going to happen with the game. And there's no guarantee that even at that point that the game is going to be playable for everybody. Yes, if you're an online head-to-head player, you can play the game, and most things work pretty fine, except in Ultimate Team, rewards are not being given to people who are playing the game, which is actually a really big part of the mode, so that's not working. But yes, you can get online and at least play people, and you're going to probably get your rewards on the back end somewhere, but the fact that you have to wait for that as well is still pretty crappy. But if you're a franchise mode player, some of them are able to play, some of them aren't, and it's just very up in the air of how that's going for each individual league and each individual player, and we have no guarantee where that's going even in the next 2 weeks, which is honestly pretty sad. Now, if you want to know more about the current Madden strike that a lot of the community is on, check out this video right here on the screen.